Hi.
Flora, do you ever feel really busy?
Um, yes, and who doesn't?
Right, right. It's not just a mom thing to feel really busy, but the moms I know are feeling a little extra busy these days, I think, just with like our kids' ages, they're in school and the end of school, like the last month. You haven't experienced this yet, but they pack everything in. And so there's a lot of things that we're invited to go to at the school at least once or twice a week, and then maybe something at night extra for the school once a week. So it's a lot.
Well, and that's on top of extracurricular activities and sports and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's pretty wild. I've been a mom now for 9 years, so I feel like I kind of know what's up. Um, and I don't know if you know, but Jam AI kind of started when I was just using it for myself to kind of help myself make assistance for all the things I had to do.
yeah, it became your VA, your virtual assistant.
Yeah, it did. So with Mother's Day around the corner, I thought it would be fun for us to create like a mom's cheat sheet or, primary caregiver cheat sheet of things to do and how to use ChatGPT to help you do those things.
I love a good cheat sheet.
Yeah, me too. I also thought it'd be fun to kind of like develop the prompts together in real time. So I actually don't have them like done here to read together.
Let's do it.
Yeah. First and foremost, if you're about to leave this podcast because you're not a mom, hang on because the first thing is a gift finder. So everyone here was born. So, you might have a mom around. And if you don't have your mom around, you probably know another mom, or, maybe you're married, you have a wife or something. So let's spoil the moms in our lives with a gift finder.
Well, I've used AI to help me find a gift for my dad. So even if you're anti Mother's Day, you can
Sure,
still use this trick.
sure. So I'm going to create this prompt for my mom because I
Oh,
haven't got her anything yet. So
damn.
I know, I know. Well, I'm going to be with her, so it's fine. I'll get it for her like the day before. So I'm going to say, act as a professional shopper. Um, Act as a professional shopper. Help me find the perfect Mother's Day gift for a woman in her, I'm going to lie about her age because she does, 60s, who loves wine, yoga, dogs, and makeup. She still loves a good makeup.
And you can throw in some really helpful words there. Like you can throw in a thoughtful gift, a funny gift, a
Yes.
whatever gift.
Yeah, good call. I think we should, after I tell you what comes out here, we could change it a little bit. That's actually one thing people don't know. You can actually edit what you already type into ChatGPT. If you hover over it, a little pencil comes up and you could just edit it rather than like copy and pasting and sending again. Okay, well, what it suggested is a wine subscription, personalized wine glass, a wine tasting experience. That could be fun.
Yeah, these are all good ones.
Yeah. Yoga accessories kit, a custom pet portrait of her animal, an interactive dog toy. I'm not really sure what that is, but it sounds cool. And makeup organizer or beauty subscription box. I might just say, like, tell me how we can blend all those together
Ooh, those are really good ones.
into a thoughtful gift basket under $100, because let's be real. Okay, so the prompt is tell me how to blend all of those ideas together in a thoughtful gift basket under $100. So now All right, so in the gift basket, we're gonna have a wine accessory or a mini bottle of wine. Those are always cute, but she's not a mini kind of lady. I'll have to give her a full size. Yoga strap or socks. Oh, and
Okay.
it's giving me the pricing for each thing too.
Wow, did they give you links?
Not links, just price ranges right now. I could ask for links. Okay, dog themed kitchen towel or mug, and a makeup product such as quality lipstick or mini makeup kit from Sephora. That did give me one. It says for additional thoughtful touches to create a personalized note and use decorative elements like a decorative basket and some filler like shredded colored paper or wrap. And I should tie it up with clear cellophane tied with a ribbon.
You know, I know we're talking about Mother's Day, but we often talk about small business owners. I'm wondering what this would do. We're gonna have to play with this later. If we were to put a LinkedIn profile in there and say, act as a professional gift giver and help me create some gift ideas for this
Yeah.
prospect.
Or if your mom has a LinkedIn profile. Yeah,
Cool.
that's cool. That's a good idea. Okay, so again, we're making a sheet, so definitely check the links and you can download these ideas. All right, so let's move on to actual ideas for moms. I don't know about you, but I do a lot of things. My husband does a lot of things too, and he's great. Don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty much the chef. You know, I arrange all the play dates. I arrange all the sports and activities. I do all the shopping. And I like it that way. Believe me, if he wanted to do it, I'd say no. So, one of my favorite things is using ChatGPT for meals and dinners because that can be a lot. And my kids are really picky. So if I don't get creative, it's chicken nuggets every night. So
At least you can find healthy versions of those now.
yeah, good point. That's true. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do is say, this is really super simple, and I don't even know if we need to add act as, because they act as a mom with 20 years experience and give me 10 dinner ideas for picky kids. Let's see.
Are chicken nuggets on the list?
Let's see. All right. So the prompt was act as a mom with 20 years experience and give me 10 dinner ideas for picky kids. Looking back, I should have put their ages too, because I know things change from toddlers to, oh, guess what the number one item was?
Nuggets.
Homemade chicken nuggets.
Oh, have you ever made your own?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're kind of fun to make. I like to make things when I get to use that like meat hammer. And when you
Okay.
make chicken nuggets, you're supposed to use that. So all right. Yeah, so it's given me 10 ideas, homemade chicken nuggets, cheese and veggie quesadillas, homemade pasta with, I'm not making my own homemade pasta, ChatGPT. Oh, okay. Homemade sauce with hidden veggies in it. And it tells you how to blend your veggies. I've done that before. Mini meatloaf, English muffin pizzas, mac and cheese, turkey and cheese roll-ups, baked potato wedges, smoothie bowls, and do-it-yourself taco night. Those are actually some pretty good ideas.
Yeah, those are fun too.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a fun thing to do. So after you get these ideas, you can then say, great, give me a shopping list for, and I'll pick, 3 of those. I'll pick homemade chicken nuggets. Let's do smoothie bowls and English muffin pizzas.
Those sounded fun.
Yeah, give me a shopping list for those items in table format. Sometimes I like to say break it down by aisle, but that gets a little confusing. So we'll just leave it kind of high level.
But
So,
you can play around with it. Or you could say make it gluten-free or
Mhm.
whatever, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I'm going to share my screen for those of you who are watching for this one. So yeah, it gives you that in a table format, which is pretty fun. Cool. So that's one way to, wait, sweet potato fries. Oh yeah, I guess those are pretty straightforward ingredients, huh? Cool. So that's one way. The other thing I like to do is, I told Flora I was doing this the other day and she was like, whoa, that's intense. But you can actually like upload a receipt from Costco or wherever you go, and then say, make a meal plan based on all of these things I just bought. So you just upload the picture of the receipt and it'll create something for you.
Well, the reason I love that so much is we live in Panama. Our grocery shopping is a little more limited than what we're used to. And I'm very much like I find a recipe, I go grocery shopping for that recipe. That's kind of how I've done things.
Yeah.
And here, I haven't really been able to work that way. So you have to just get what's available at the grocery store. So that idea, I'm so excited to start using it because it'll really make things easier for us here with when we just have to buy what we can buy.
Yeah. And if you're anything like, you know, if you are a Costco shopper, a lot of times I'll get excited and buy like a lot of stuff. And then I forget that we have it because we have like, we're the opposite. We have like an extra fridge, an extra freezer, and sometimes things sit in there for a long time. So it's nice to have kind of like a plan and then you know what to make.
No, this is really helpful. Okay, so we've talked about gifts, we've talked about grocery shopping and meal preps.
I was hoping I could find a receipt in my camera roll.
I didn't think you were just like scrolling on social media.
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing? Um, why is it? So I have the ChatGPT video of me doing this, but I can't find the receipt. So, well, anyways, you just would hit this paperclip button and upload the picture of the receipt. And then the prompt would be, review my receipt based on all of the things I just purchased, create a meal plan for XYZ. So fill in the blank of family of 4, certain ages, certain dietary restrictions. So anyways, okay, we can move on from that now, but that's
Okay, so that's cool stuff for the mom. Let's talk about things that moms can do with the kiddos.
yeah. Well, one of my favorite things to do, and this is actually one of the first things I did with ChatGPT, was create a scavenger hunt. I'm not sure if you've created a scavenger hunt before. My kids love doing them, but they actually take a lot of thought and they take a lot of time to create. And
Okay.
so what I like to do is I like to say, create a scavenger hunt. And I always like to pick a theme. So like in the theme of Bluey, it's the best show ever if you haven't seen it. Create 10 steps. Here are some areas in my house you can use. So I'd say like parents' room, wine cellar, storage room, snack closet. You just kind of name whatever you have in your room or in your house.
Okay.
We have something called the lady room. So we're
What
only
is the
big.
lady room?
Well, our whole house has like a lot of toys in it, but toys are not allowed in the lady room. It's like the fancy room where I like to have my friends hang out with me.
Lovely.
Playroom, back porch, front porch. You get the idea.
Yep.
Okay, so then you just hit enter and it'll
So if you're
actually
not
create
looking,
those.
the
What was
prompt
that?
so far, I said if you're not watching, the prompt so far is create a scavenger hunt in the theme of X, create X number of steps, and here are parts of the house that they can use.
Yeah. So the hardest part is like listing out all of the rooms in your house. So here it is, starting point playroom, and then it gives you a clue in the theme of whatever you said. So mine's Bluey. Bluey loves to play, and so do you. Start your adventure where the toys are not few. Look for your clue where you color and draw. So It's pretty fun. It shows you how to set it up. So if I was, we do these a lot. We do these like once a week. And if I didn't use this, it'd probably take me at least 20 minutes to set up. But here I'll just copy and paste these and print them out. So it's about 5 minutes.
Can
And
you,
oh, go
oh,
ahead.
what?
I was just gonna say, like, the more steps you have, the more time to yourself you have. So if you want to put like 50 steps, you could probably get a whole hour to yourself.
That's where I was going with this. So can you tell us a little bit more about this mom hack of doing weekly scavenger hunts? Because I've never heard of this.
Oh yeah, we do it all the time when I have work to do, which is all the time. So, it's kind of like we're playing together because I set it up and I can hear them giggling and running through the house. But now, and I must say, you must have a reader. So now that my
Yeah.
oldest can read, they can do it completely on their own. If you don't
Yeah.
have a reader, you're going to be pretty involved.
Yeah. So maybe not yet for my 3 and 1 year old.
Yeah, you're a little behind. Next year, maybe.
Okay. I've
And you
got
could
hope.
write yours in Spanish and English. No big deal.
Okay. Well, this is fun. What else? What
Okay,
other?
so another thing I really like to do is create a story where our kids are either the hero or just like the main character.
Yeah.
And so it can be related to something that happened in real life too, like just to kind of help them get through something, or it can be completely fictional. Um,
Okay.
and again, this is something that you can really lean into and customize. There used to be, well, it's paid now, but there used to be a free site that was called bedtimestory.ai, and it would actually generate images too. But I think they probably made it paid just because you can do this now in ChatGPT or AI Club GPT as well, where it generates images. So we'll just, as an example, make one for my son. He's 8 and his name's Obi. So I'd say, create a story about an 8-year-old boy who saves a puppy. This didn't really happen. From a rainstorm. Make him the hero and make it, you can say how many pages or characters or whatever. And I always like to make them short and sweet. So make it, I don't know, 5 pages in a storybook format. So when I first started doing this, he was just starting to like lose teeth, and he had like a lot of anxiety about it, which I'm surprised more kids don't have anxiety about losing teeth because it's a weird thing. Like they get loose and you have to pull them out. It's like bloody. It's a whole thing. Um,
Hurts.
yeah. But he had this like one tooth and it was just hanging there, and like you could tell if you just twisted it a little, it would come out. And so I created a story for him from the Tooth Fairy with ChatGPT, just like explaining how to do it, why it's important, how it's actually really easy, why it doesn't hurt scientifically, because he loves knowing everything. And then I actually took that story and used DID and made like a video, and I made like a Tooth Fairy lady. And so he
Well,
actually,
because the tooth is very busy. She can't write her own
right,
books.
right. She can't just like write books.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so here it is. It wrote a 5-page little book. Oh, I forgot to say the name. So the kid's name is Jack, but obviously in the prompt, we'll put blank name. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but it looks cute.
Okay, so you can either take this into DID, make an avatar, tell the story. That's cool. Or you can do what with it?
Or another thing we like to do is print it on the bottom of computer paper and have them illustrate it themselves.
Cute. Also sounds like it might give you some time back.
That's my favorite because our kids are super into, I mean, I think all kids are really into art, but when it's about them and like very personalized, I think it can be very therapeutic as well. I mean, you can just envision how you could use this for, say, a kid had like well, for instance, my youngest who's in kindergarten, she had a situation where like some girls didn't want to play with one of her friends and there was like a little bit of bullying.
Oh,
She was like really proud because she said, she was like, no, you can play with us. And it was really cute. But like to
yeah.
make a story of that, because it's a big deal for them and their days, and just kind of make a story where you can celebrate the good things that they're doing. Or you can talk through the hard things that they're going through. Our dog died last month and I was really surprised because the the company we used where they had to put our dog down, they left 2 books and they were coloring books called My Dog Died. And it was just like a way to process what happened and like color. And so I could see using ChatGPT for something like that and make it really like specific about the name of the animal and what you did with them and create something like that. So
Yeah, I mean, good things, sad things, things in between.
yeah,
And that took you mm, 15 seconds.
yeah, right? Easy.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So back to things for mom and maybe dad. Date night ideas. I know here we kind of have like our same things that we'll go do. And many of them include like going out to dinner and getting drinks. But sometimes I actually, I don't want to sit and drink all the time. I like to go do stuff too. So I would do something like create here. Let me write it out. Give me 10 date night ideas for busy parents who need a night out in your specific town.
I feel like I always see really cool ideas on social media for other things to do at date night other than just go out to eat. But something about social media makes things seem so far away and like not super approachable. It's cool to get a personalized list.
Yeah, or you could do like really specific things. Like I could type in, which I'll do in a minute. Just now I wrote, give me 10 date night ideas for busy parents who need a night out in Denver, Colorado. Create ideas that do not include going out to dinner. So it's giving me like specific things, which is cool. So comedy show at Comedy Works, going to the Chamberlain Observatory. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, y'all should do that.
Jazz at Nocturne. Oh, that would be fun. Art night at Denver Art Museum. Escape room, dance lessons. Oh my God, Mike would never do that. Botanic
No.
gardens evening. Film on the rocks. Craft brewery tour. Ooh, ghost tour. I've done one of those before.
Okay,
Those are
can you
pretty
do the
cool.
observatory?
What was that?
Can you do the observatory, please?
Yeah, that sounds really fun. So that's cool. And then
Yeah.
if you have
Oh man.
somebody who's like really into a specific thing, could say like find activities that that include like a workout. I don't know. Include so
Yeah,
you
make
can
it
just like,
specific.
yeah, you can continue to make it more about you or your partner and what you guys like to do. So I just said
Super.
like make it more about like physical activity. So it says like biking around Sloan's Lake, rock climbing, ice skating. It tells me exactly like where to go to. So yeah, I like this. This is cool. What would it say
Okay.
if we did it for Panama for your town?
I'm trying to find my tab to try it because I'm curious. Let's
Yeah.
see.
All right. So you can do it for fun. And again, like you could do this for kids. You could say, hey, my kid's off school, or, say you have a toddler. What are 10 things we could do in my city today, or what events are going on? And I know you could Google that, but when you put in their specific ages and interests, then it'll give you more specific ideas that you could do with your kid. All right. The next thing, I know I created a lot of these. I know we had a nanny for 5 years. So one thing is creating like a Facebook post to find a babysitter or a nanny, or once you have a nanny, like I wish I had ChatGPT back then, but creating contracts or um, you know, creating contracts that are fair. I didn't understand or know what was being offered in the nanny world, because how would I know, you know? So we had to really have a lot of discussions and figure out how that works for paid vacations or sick days and what's the right rate. So I think using ChatGPT to figure all of that out is a really, really great option.
Yeah, and that's protects them and you.
Yeah. Okay, so I would say something like act as a professional nanny placement agency. Help me create a listing or help me create a Facebook post asking for a nanny Monday through Friday, 8 to 3. Suggest payment options and amount. And I think this is cool that we're saying like act as a professional nanny placement agency, because then it'll go get information that's relevant to all of this. Whereas if I just wrote create a Facebook post asking for a nanny Monday through Friday, blah, 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 it would just be really random. Yeah.
So hourly wage will definitely depend on what city you're in.
Yep.
I love that it lists the responsibilities because being a nanny is so much more than just babysitting.
Yes. Yeah, so this is like a starting template, and then once you get this, you could go in and write down your city, your exact time, what range you're comfortable with, and then you could post it. And then from there, you could say like, help me create a contract for my new nanny, and here's what we've agreed upon. And then I would ask like, is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything that we should discuss that we didn't? And it would help you come up with that contract as well.
Cool.
Then you could use it simply just for like looking for a babysitter next Friday post too, but I don't know if you really need to do that.
Well, I mean, I think it'd definitely be worth playing with,
Yeah,
especially if you're making a post to find kind of a stranger babysitter. That's something to take an extra step to be cautious for.
that's true. And you could ask like, what types of questions should I ask this stranger?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we have a ton that we could do, but I'm gonna wrap it up with actually something that is for our health, which
Okay. Important.
using ChatGPT for workouts. So I use this all the time. Like I love to change things up. And so we could do something like, I want to run a marathon in 6 months. Give me a week by week training program to hit my goal,
Have you ever run a marathon?
starting at 1 mile, starting with the ability to run 1 mile. No, as we've talked about in a former podcast, running is my personal hell. Have you?
I've done a 5K and I didn't run it,
You walked it.
but I walked it. Yeah, yeah.
Great.
That's supposed to have done.
All right. So it's creating a 6-month plan. So creating a marathon training plan for the ability to run 1 mile is ambitious but achievable over 6 months. Oh, here's a structured week by week training program designed to gradually increase your mileage and endurance, preparing you for your full marathon of 26.2 miles. This plan assumes you have no health concerns and incorporates rest days, shorter runs, long runs, and cross training to balance intensity and recovery.
It looks like they're adding on a little 0.5 every week. with some rest days.
I know week 5, you go straight from 3 miles to 4 miles.
And then to 6.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, week 8 looks rough. Starting with 4 miles, ending with 7. But I think this is actually very doable for a lot of people. We're just really scared to see it. So yeah, you could say that, or you could say, act
I'm
as,
gonna wanna lose a certain amount of pounds by a certain amount of date.
yeah, you could do that. I just want to find a celebrity personal trainer real quick that we all know of. I know there's some good and bad things about Jillian Michaels, but let's just use her because we all know her. Act as Jillian Michaels, the personal trainer, and design a workout plan for me. My goal is to lose 10 pounds in 3 months and tone up. This is made up, everyone. I'm 5'3" and 145 pounds.
So when I first heard this, I was kind of like, oh, this could, this could take jobs away from trainers, but it could also, if you're a trainer, this could help you in your job.
Oh yeah, trainers love using this. I have a friend who's a trainer, and I created some prompts for her trainers to use. So yeah. Okay, so the prompt was act as Jillian Michaels, the personal trainer, and design a workout plan for me. My goal is to lose 10 pounds in 3 months and tone up. I'm 5'3", 145 pounds, 40 years old, and in good health. So it's giving me
Okay.
a 5-day workout with 2 rest days. Looks like some cardio, some weights.
Full body strength, cardio, warm-ups are included, cool downs are included. I mean, this makes it very doable.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Well, I hope this gave you all some ideas. And whether you're a mom or not, you could use these ideas. Everyone needs to meal plan and get a workout in here and there and create a book. So there you go.
Yeah, and I know we always talk about it, but we're here to really encourage people to use AI to make their lives a little more human, right? And there's kind of this like humble brag idea that comes with people being so busy. It's like this weird thing to brag about, right? It's like, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time for date night. Oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time to go watch my kids' games. Like, that's weird,
Yeah.
And we're, really, really encouraging people to take things off their plate and go live.
Yeah.
Don't be too busy to live.
Yeah. Don't be too busy. Have a little assistant here. So a big happy Mother's Day to all the moms in our lives, and see you next time.
We love you, mamas.
Bye.